Paige actually talked English along with Mr. Becker to my wife. My wife had no clue what the fuck they were saying to her. But both of them sat there and talked English to her.
Hey, in her defense, I don't understand anything.
No clue what the fuck they were saying to her. The only thing she said to me was like, hey, the Chinese guy sounded like the guy from the Mighty Ducks. I'm like, what you mean, the Mighty Ducks? And she's like, yeah, the coach of the movie. You seen the movie, the Mighty Ducks? And I was like, yo! Yeah, that's it. And she was like, Emilio! That was who she said she sounded like. Not only she told me that, but a couple of the guys at RSP and a couple other recruiters that worked for Sergeant Paige told me he sounded like Emilio. So to this day, I look at him, and every time he gets drunk, all I hear is, Emilio! That's Sergeant Paige.
Now he's going to be an RSP. Who the fuck said that?
I sound like Emilio. Because I'm fucking able, and I'm going to do what I want.
Never jumped out of the plane to the flying V.
He's going to jump out of the plane. You graduated, and you go, Emilio! When you pull your reserve, you don't do it when you first jump. You do it when you pull your reserve.
Oh my God.
Flood. Flood is the NCO that they modeled the NCO creed after. Any soldier, any NCO could tell you that nobody is more professional than Sergeant Flood. His two most basic responsibilities will to this day remain on my mind, which is the accomplishment of his mission and the cleanliness of his uniform. You know why? Because Sergeant Flood's uniform, whether it's ACUs or ASUs, will remain perfect. If your uniform doesn't look better than Sergeant Flood, you have a problem. Sergeant Martez, as I met him before he became PFC Martez.
Yes. With a motherfucking beard.
Yeah, I got him for you.
I met Sergeant Martez looking worse than what he does now.
Yes, he did.
I met Sergeant Martez worse than what he looks like now.
Like Diego.
I look like Diego, except with a VDU hat on. Except with a VDU hat on. He looked at me and said, is this the guy G told me to meet? I'm like, are you Sergeant Martez? G told me to meet? So we went back to the storefront. He's like, hey, Sergeant G told me you were ready to enlist.
Yes.
I'm like, hold up. Sergeant G told me that you were going to talk to me about the National Guard. Sergeant Flood is looking confused in the storefront. What the fuck is going on in this place?
What the fuck is going on? I remember
Sergeant Martez talked to me about the National Guard.
It's not my fault.
Sergeant Flood talked to me about the National Guard. Mind you, I come from active duty. I see the National Guard as the nasty girls of the Army. The worst of the worst of the Army. When I came from active duty.
Oh, Jesus.
So, Martez talked to me. Flood talked to me. Martez called G. Then he called G again. Then he called G again. Then he called G again. Then they started working on my package.
You know, like you was 50, B.
Then they started working on my
What the fuck
package.
is this? What fuck is this?
Once they started working on my packet, Flood and Martez had a little brain fart between each other and started talking about my bonus. Which the worst thing you can tell an applicant is that you're getting a bonus. So Flood and Martez started arguing about my bonus. Paige doesn't even know what's going on. Don't even know what the fuck is going on.
No idea. No idea.
It's calling G about me. It's calling G about me. G is calling Martez about me. Martez is telling
Where am I at?
he gets a bonus. Flood is telling him he doesn't get a bonus. And they went back and forth. Flood brought out the regulation. He does get a bonus.
This motherfucker don't get a fucking bonus. Get the fuck out of here.
$20,000 bonus. Martez is talking about. No, he gets a $10,000 bonus. They were like there for like 2 hours before they enlisted me. I didn't know who the fuck G was. All I knew was he was some type of Hispanic guy on the phone.
He was behind the curtain. He was in the bathroom.
I swear to God. I swear to goodness, G had nothing to do with Luna getting in the military.
Martez,
it was a collaboration between Martez and myself on figuring out this motherfucker's enlistment.
Doesn't sound very good.
Right?
No, you did.
No, it wasn't good because I enlisted.
You don't look too much different.
And the worst part was that Flood called. What was his name? Captain, the one that 103rd.
Who?
Sarapu? No.
Sarapu.
Sarapu, yeah.
Flood calls Captain Sarapu and tells him, hey, I got somebody here that wants to enlist. That's about to enlist right now. Prior service. He says, okay, call me back in 10 minutes. He hangs up. Roman comes in. Right when they're about to enlist me.
You gonna swear him in?
Hey.
Special forces!
Hey, Martha.
You started, Paige.
Who's this guy? He says, hey, Martha. Who's this guy? He's like, hey. Martha's like, hey, he about to swear in. Okay, we got the American flag right here. So he pulled the American flag. That's when the storefront actually had.
Who's got the American flag now?
Rogers.
So they pull the American flag out. Captain Sarapu goes back. And he's like, repeat after me over the phone. I'm like, what the fuck is going
Speakerphone,
on
bitch.
here?
It was speakerphone.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
And we were all at attention.
He's like, just trust me.
We're all standing there.
Martha is like, just trust me. Just keep going. Just follow what he says.
Go ahead, man. You cool.
So I repeat the oath of enlistment after Captain
First prior
Sarapu.
service enlistment wasn't
Yes.
I finish. Martha's like, hey, congratulations. Welcome to the National Guard. 2 weeks later, G shows up at my house out of nowhere. I'm talking about out of nowhere. 2 weeks later, he calls me. He's like, hey,
Did he have
I'm
bodyguards?
downstairs. He's like, hey, I'm downstairs. I'm like, who the fuck is this? He's like, hey, this is Sergeant G. Mind you, the only thing I heard about Sergeant G before I enlisted was, hey, this is Sergeant G. You just got out of active army. You know, you should look into the National Guard.
Was it really you or one of your idiots?
Mr. Becker took the phone off of him and it was like,
It was
hey,
you. Like,
Don't talk shit. Don't talk shit. Don't talk shit,
into
Luna.
the National Guard.
That was me. That wasn't back
It's
in
like
me.
buying a car. You shouldn't just look into reserve. You should look into the National Guard. And
Stop
then-
talking shit. I fucking sold you, man.
Get
Not
the
back
fuck
in
out of here. You ain't do a damn thing.
You
Stop.
I
before
sold you,
joined
dude. It
the
wasn't
National
back in
Guard.
there.
Mr. Becker got me to
You
meet
ain't do a damn
Martez.
thing.
Luna, stop
I
it,
swear to
dude.
goodness.
Stop it. I
So
got that.
anyways, so he shows up in my house. 3 weeks later, he's like, hey, I'm at your house. I'm downstairs. Come downstairs. So I walk downstairs. I open the door for him. He's like, At that time, I weighed 170, believe it or not. And he was like,
We don't.
I thought you were.
All right, yeah, sure.
I was like, nah, nigga, I'm 170. He's like, all right, so you're fit for recruiting.
Well, did he show you how to beat the tape test?
No, that's before that.
Like this.
So
like
this. Yeah, tell him, Colbert. Yo, that's how you walk in.
Yo, I'm Sergeant G.
I'm Sergeant G. I'm Sergeant G. Relax. I am relaxed. I'm good.
I was born like this. I was born like this.
I was born like before all that. Before he showed me. And Master Sergeant Becker at the time told me, hey, we want to interview you. We want to talk to you and your wife. So my wife has no clue what the English language was at that time.